think you should ask. We have more experience because I've been there in the industry for 20 years. Anyway, before the film release, one day I'm anyway stressed, but now I'm okay. You should ask Radha. Because so many times we went to Italy, cancelled because of COVID, then Georgia. We thought like we'll finish the schedule and come back. It stopped again, came back again. We should in Hyderabad some scenes. So I think it's Radha's question.
Actually, at one point of time, we stopped thinking about
Release.
We were just concentrating,
Yeah.
okay, whenever the opportunity we got to shoot, because we shot in like almost like 3 countries, like the songs we shot in Austria, certain part of scenes we shot in Georgia, and in Italy, in many places we shot and everything. So it's a vintage film and everything has to be recreated, and starting from the cars on the road and everything, we have to block it like 3-4 days before and everything. So it took most of the time, our energies and everything into that. So we never thought about it. Like whenever a release date is announced or anything, we were quite excited about the date. And now also I'm excited about it. So surely we are going to come this time.
It would have been for the director. It would have been very tough because he's very excited. He worked really hard, and so many times they postponed shooting. And the shooting, like we'd really planned in Georgia for 40 days, and Italy, something like that. So whenever it stopped, he used to get a little worried. But we said, it's okay. The whole world is stopped. We can't do anything. So now I think he's the most exciting.
Are you relaxed though? That's what she's asking.
Yes, we are.
I'm
For the audience to experience it in theaters, because we would be cheating the audience if we release it in OTT. So that's the first thing he said, and the same thing producers were thinking and everything. So whenever we were just waiting for the right time to come out, and hopefully we got the right date and everything. So
I think it's also like, the difference between like sitting at a beach and, watching a picture of the beach, because like the expanse of the film, the images that we've shot, it's so beautiful. It's like every picture, every frame is like a painting, in its own way. And you have to experience it in a theater with Dolby Atmos surround sound, and listen to the sounds of the ocean rather than and be there. Like it's more of that kind of an experience, like the ship episode, if you've seen in the trailer. To watch it in a theater will be a different experience as compared to watching it on your TV, on your TV screen. So kudos to the producers, for holding on to the film for so long and believing in it enough to let it make it to the theater.
Hi, Aditi from E-Times. So, people often say romance explored in South films is at times over the top, and when it comes to Bollywood, it's a little unrealistic yet subtle. But, with the trailer, one can say that Radhe Shyam, it looks all in all dreamy and magical. So, on that note, how do you look at the evolution of romance in Indian cinema?
See, there's good cinema and bad cinema.
Yeah.
It's not like over the top. Or if we like something and we feel it that's very natural or whatever it is, we'll buy it. And sometimes, like you said, it's more plastic, and nowadays maybe some films might be fabricated and everything. So you can just say the good cinema and bad cinema, and whenever you come across a good cinema, you like it.
Yeah, and like evolution, I really don't know about that, because I kind of love the romantic, poetic way of also showing a love story. Like to me, Madhuri reaching out for her ghungru while waiting for Devdas, to enter her thing, and then just the shot of the ghungru, and everything is romanticized in Devdas, and that's what I grew up watching and being like, hi, this is like a other level of, as a girl, personally speaking, who loves rom-coms. But you have to tell a story. Firstly, that's the main thing. You want to tell the story, and then you have to take an artistic choice of whether do you want to tell the story as real as possible, or do you want to fantasize and make the story into a beautiful, it's Radha Sir's version of these two lovers in Italy. It's not, we could have gone, when we discussed my costumes and my look in the film, I had one approach, I don't know if you remember, so I can't give out too much details, but I had one approach to how the girl should dress. And Radha Sir said, no, she's we are fantasizing. You know, it's poetry. You want to see her like a doll, like that's so. It's his version of the love story.
Okay, Shivani here from Times Now. Hello everyone. My question goes to three of you to explain that what was your approach when you approached these two actors for your script, and what was your approach when you were signing the script? Why did you accept the script?
Hyderabad or anywhere, the name Prabhas itself is like sounds something else. And when you get an opportunity to work with him, it's very surrealistic and like it takes time for you to believe it first of all. And coming back to the question like she asked, it's a tough task because people like being his fans or whatever, a shot of his foot creates massive response in the theater. To simplify that and to show that would definitely be a tough task, and that was an exciting experience. And he chose to be like that, like simplest version of an image he has. So that was really exciting. And coming back to you, like sorry,
I was just asking that what was your approach when you approached these two actors for your script while directing, and what was their approach while they were signing the script?
After Bahubali, I came to know through my producers that Prabhas sir wants to do a love story. And around that time, I was writing a love story, and I got the opportunity to narrate to him, and he liked it, and it took off. And coming back to Pooja, like we had a lot of discussion because this is not just a heroine role. Like we tried to narrate a philosophy through a character, and a lot of discussions have happened and everything. And finally, like we both decided that okay, she looks like a princess for me. And so like that Cinderella kind of image into the movie and everything, like and whatever she played on screen, like after the release, I think it'll be better if I talk more about it.
So me, yeah, okay. So I never showed my hand to anyone, and the story is going so good, and I'm like, how can I do this film? But I'm liking the story and the way it is going, and the interval I thought like, wow, it's so good. But I never believed in palmistry, or I never showed. So what should I do? I thought like, okay, I'll listen and tell him that, see, I know it's very good, but I can't do. So when the story is going, and I like after the second half, like, wow, this is really good. I think I should do this film. So I told him that. And it's very interesting the way it goes, the story, the twists in the climax and all. I feel like it's very good. And the ship episode, the visuals, the designing by the director, the sound designing by Rasul sir, Taman, Sanchit, I think it's very good, I feel.
I mean, when Radha sir narrated the film to me, I was just like this. And then, at the end of this thing, I said, amazing. Like, because I think he had so well, like we're meeting, we're talking, but we're not really meeting, and all of these things. And I think I got so excited with my character per se, because it had so much scope for me to have fun with, to do something new, to show people something, that excites you as an actor, like some new aspect of your life. And I love coming to set excited and playing different roles, and to get this opportunity in a commercial film is something that has been I was looking forward to. Personally, I love rom-coms, like I said, but this was more a serious, more matured love story. So the way I prepared, I mean, we discussed my character a lot, Radha sir and I. We sat down, we spoke about her. I understood what he's seeing Prerna as, and I told him what I see Prerna as, and somewhere we came together and made the Prerna you see today. I read a lot of books because, I can't say again what I'm about the film, but to reach that mental state, I had to read a lot of books about to kind of draw inspiration from other people's life to play Prerna, which you all will understand like soon. But yeah.
So Pooja, in your earlier conversation, you had shared that you do some films as a fan and some films as an actor.
Of course, yeah.
So how necessary is it to enjoy that balance and put yourself out there that way?
There's some films I do like as a fan, like I said, when I spoke about this was Rohit Shetty's film Circus. Like when he called me, I was like, so let's do it, because like my dad loves his films. You're making films for different audiences also. Maybe I may like to watch a Razi, or I would love to play, something like that. But there are different audiences. So my dad loves Rohit Sir's films, and I do it because my dad's gonna be so excited to see me in that world. So when I go there, I play it like this is the world now. So I'm having fun with my characters, whether it was with Most Eligible where I'm playing a stand-up comedian, So I'm, like I said, I still feel I'm very like a baby in this industry. I'm still learning. I still have so many more roles that I want to play, and that keeps me excited. That keeps me like, okay, let's get up in the morning and go to set.
So you picked up Radhe Shyam as an actor or as a fan?
I picked up Radhe Shyam 1 as the story. The script was like amazing, but also as that little kida in me as an actor is like, okay, amazing. I get to portray this, and of course Prabhas was in the film, so it was like it was ticking like all the boxes. And it's a gut thing, I guess. Also, my gut is involved in selecting films.
One question is to you, since Pooja also mentioned in the press conference that you seem to be very shy person, right? So how was it on the set? I want to know the behind the scenes, because the things on the picture we'll see in the theatre.
So, but every schedule we had gap because of COVID. So like,
Actually, to get into the character.
no, did I? No.
A lot of discussions have happened.
Yeah,
like,
discussions
continuously,
definitely.
Like we discussed like for months and months we were discussing about the character
Yeah.
and the story. So yeah, like.
And that thing which Pooja was saying, that cartoon thing, that was, we were discussing about songs, why we came from Mumbai and all. Like everybody were sitting from like month, we discussed for all the songs. So Radha gave that idea about that cartoon, and like, this is amazing, we should put this. And we did a great job, I feel,
Yeah.
for the film. Yes, same fight everyone should have. I think I don't.
Pushpa is one of the most talked about.
Wait, 1 second. Sorry.
You mean like the actors or the films?
The actors.
The actors.
Yeah.
Is there any difference? I mean,
I'm going off of what he said in this.
I really don't know. I don't think so. I mean, we've all been raised differently, so that just plays in our the way we've been raised. The films we watch, how we behave is very, depending on the place. But people are people everywhere. I get along with people in both industries, and it's. I don't think so much. I think what he said was true. Anywhere in the world also there'll be different people. When they come together, you kind of gel and fully work together well.
Prabhas, Pushpa is one of the most talked about film in recent times, and it is said that it has brought South and Bollywood together. But a lot of people have forgotten that you were the one who opened the doors for both the industries, with Bahubali especially. What are your thoughts on this?
Actually, Rajamouli Bahubali did that thing, but Pushpa was, now it's like, again, every day it's an experiment, not only for Telugu, Kannada, KGF, tomorrow Bollywood, like Tamil, Bengali film, we don't know. It can open anywhere. So Pushpa is another good sign to say that like we are becoming one, like all language, Indian cinema is becoming one. As I told you, like we have so many languages, so many industries, and only we have so many different, and which is good in a way. But for the film, it's one business.
How do you see this change as well?
It's very beautiful. In China, we'll say Chinese people, or in Hollywood, we'll say US people. We only like South Indian, North Indian. What is this? We are Indians. There's nothing like that. We have a different many films, like Tamil is big, Telugu is big, Malayalam, different, like Bengali, Punjabi. We have different films. We are used to like that. But it's time now. We are evolved.
I played almost for a year in South.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Yeah.
my grandfather was fan of Salman. He said, "Ye hai hero." In Telugu, he doesn't know Hindi. He ran Telugu, 175 days, and he took me twice, I think, Maine Pyar Kiya, and I also liked him. He looks very good. And he is like, he's a hero. And I'm like, okay. Now if I remember that, so it's, people are always open. We didn't know that this might happen until Bahubali came, that, yeah.
I think it's like the director of Parasite said that, once you get over that 1-inch barrier of the subtitle,
Yeah.
you'll realize you'll be open to so much more good content out there. I mean, I remember growing up. I mean, I've been born and brought up in Bombay, but I remember my father talking about a Tamil film called Nayagan, which influenced him so greatly. So I feel like the moment you start accepting content as just content and not just the language, you'll be open to so many more worlds. I feel like you'll be able to understand people within India a little bit more, because let's look at Pushpa being a fully rural backdrop. You're connecting with more people that way because you're not thinking about Hindi apna movie nahi, or
The process has started. In another 1 year, we'll see another bang from anywhere from the country, and it started. It's going to happen.
A good cinema has its own language.
Yeah.
The level of success that Bahubali reached, so it's not an achievement, it's not a milestone in your career, but also entirety of Indian cinema. So how do you approach opinions when people compare your other films to that level of success? And as a director, when you wrote an actor with such great name, so how do you think that impacts your movie?
Should I answer first?
Yes, please.
Uh,
Nowadays, I'm talking too much in the interviews.
See, obviously, first thing, we'll be very happy to have an actor and a star like him on board for a film because, like I said, you'll not have any limitations for your imagination and everything. And second thing, it's more of a responsibility, the kind of fan base he has, the kind of responsibility he has towards delivering a good cinema to his audience and everything. So we will be working hard towards making a good cinema. And coming to comparisons and everything, see, we have to agree that Bahubali is something else. We have to be inspired out of it rather than competing with it. And it will be stupid to compete with a film like Bahubali.
Me, yeah. See, every film can't be a Bahubali. It's lucky I got 1 and 2. Hope he makes 3, I don't know. So, let's, no, it's different. Bahubali is different. Many things worked out. Bahubali, it's many firsts. First time it broke the barriers. First time it did that. Too many things happened.
Potential in bringing something interesting on the table. So, as an actor, what were your responsibilities in making this film look authentic and real?
I'll just give one statement before. It's
Yeah.
not a sci-fi film.
I was just going to say that. I was going to be like, it's not a science fiction film. Yeah, it's...
So, nothing, I spoke a lot with my director and how we wanted it.
Just add to this, the underlying philosophy which we are talking about in this film is mythology versus myth. And an age-old question, everybody has their own interpretation of an answer to that. We are talking about astrology, is it true or not? And science versus astrology, a point comes in the film. And if you look at the questions from a logical perspective, you will not have answers from both the sides. So what is our interpretation as a team we are coming out through the film?
Yeah, at the same time, we're not saying one is better or what one is, or we are leaving it to you to decide. But I think we just concentrate on making the emotion real, to answer your question, we just wanted the emotion to be real. I feel the rest the team does for you. We had a fantastic cinematographer, Manoj Parama.
From the film. And it's not the same thing for every audience. You look at the film from your life experiences and you take back what you want to take back. And it will leave you with a beautiful taste of a beautiful dream.
So, yeah, same. Perfectly. Well said. Amazingly said. Hope it happens.
Yeah, but I hope, like he said, the director, everyone's going to take back different things. But I think it's also going to be, I hope we take them on a journey in the course of the film. I hope, we give them something new and fresh to watch. And I hope we question some things in their mind.